Hello, my lovely peaches. How are you? So, I am just about to premiere part 4 of reading Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. It's 109 it's 179 pages. I had committed that I wanted to read the whole thing. I've done 4 videos now and I've gotten to page, what was it? I don't know, like page 50. So I kind of watched the movie. I ended up fast forwarding most of it. I hate that movie. I hate the movie so much that it kind of makes me like not want to read anymore. It kind of just makes me feel like, you know what, fuck this whole thing. Although I am still curious, like, ugh, was it so bad because of Blake? Like reading what I've read so far, it's obvious like she took over every aspect, and the wardrobe was hideous. The acting, well, I liked his acting, I did, but it was so disjointed. And I guess what they were trying to go for in the movie was, so I didn't read the book, but I read about the book, and it seems like in the book, the character Lily Bloom, every time her husband Ryle DV'd her, she knew it was DV. She called him out on it, and then, it was like a cycle. In the movie, they made it seem like it was an accident. So each incident, it seems like an accident. Then the other thing is that, so the way they made the character Lily, Blake Lively, she was already still in love with her high school boyfriend, Atlas. So at the time, like when you're first introduced to her, she's already in love with somebody else. So then she meets Ryle, who's a neurosurgeon, super hunky, hot guy. Um, but like the first moment she meets him, he bursts into the roof and kicks over this chair, which he then explains shortly after. He's a neurosurgeon, and this 6-year-old boy died because there was a gun in the house and the brother shot him. However, you find out later that that's exactly what happened to him when he was 6. He accidentally killed his brother with a gun, but they don't really like talk about. I don't know. It's just so fucking weird. Like it literally does feel like one person started writing it and then somebody else came in and was like, I am going to totally chop this up. I'm going to splice it. I'm going to just totally change the plot line, and it's like trying to make sense of it. It's so choppy. It feels so slapped together. And then okay, so it's like Blake's Blake's character is super unlikable. Watching it from cold, never read the book or anything like that. I don't know if I had never heard about the lawsuit, what I would think, but it was like her character's not likable. She hates her dead dad. You kind of get the sense that he abused the mom, and that was traumatic. And then so when she's on the roof scene, she talks about, I had sex with a homeless guy, but then it's like, it starts to unfold like it was her boyfriend, and it was just so weird. Like the dialogue just did not match. Her clothes were crazy looking. Then, okay, I used to be a florist, and granted, I did not work at a super high end flower shop, but the way she decorated her flower shop, like straight up to start her business, was insane. Like, it would have been hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars. It would have been like $1 million to get that fucking thing set up like that. And it's like, who sets up a flower shop like, I don't know, it just was like insane. It was like, that is such bullshit. That is not how, like, flowers die so fast. You don't have like thousands and thousands of flowers. We don't even have a single customer. Like, it's just so stupid. It was so stupid. Her friend Alyssa, she's super rich and she's dressed completely ridiculous. She comes into the place like, well, I want to be here, like this totally dirty, dusty ass place. I don't even know what you do. Oh, your flower shop. Oh, I hate flowers. Oh yeah, I want to work here. Like, what? Everything was so dumb. So many coincidences. Then like, you see at the end, like she's flashing back to the abuse scenes, and it's like, then it's totally different. But because she had been like a lying, cheating, deceiving, cold, kind of emotionally detached person in the whole movie, Blake or Lily, like, you were literally in love with this other guy this whole time that you're dating this dude. And like, from the very beginning of dating this dude, you see your old boyfriend, you know you have feelings for him, but yet you continue this facade dating this guy, you even marry him, all the while knowing you're in love with this other guy. And it's like, how is she not the problem? Even the scene where Ryle, the first scene where they show where he supposedly hits her, he gets burned, stupidly reaching for the pot without the pot holder, and he like pulls his elbow back and elbows her in the face. And then when he goes to try to help her up, she pushes him into the broken glass and he cuts his hand. And he's a surgeon and he's a big surgery that day, which she also had forgotten about. But then later it's like, no, he shoved her. Like, I don't know. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And then after all that, he's begging her to come back to him. She's like, nah, dude, I'm not going to do that. But then he's totally fine. He's helping her with the crib, the baby, everything. And they're all hunky dory, nice and fine. And no abusiveness. And they're there alone together a bunch. And it's just like, what the fuck? Is the guy abusive or is he not abusive? Because it seems like you're the abusive one. You're a lying, cheating, abusive, cold hearted, distant um, person who's in love with somebody else. And like, Ryle has severe PTSD, trauma, grief from losing his brother in such a traumatic, heinous way, and then he like relived the thing. Like, oh my god, it was like, I don't know. I just feel like this movie was trash. This movie was absolute garbage, and I think Justin Baldoni did it like a decent job, but the script was garbage. Like, who wrote this script? It was such crap. And then, I was reading like literally every single day that Blake Lively was changing the script. And it's like, is that why the script was such garbage? There was no character development. Everything fell flat. Even though Justin was like doing his best, it's like, well, I don't even understand. I don't even believe that you're that in love with her, because why would you be? She's a cold hearted dead fish. She's got no personality. She's got weird, ugly clothes, and she's supposed to be quirky. And you could even fucking see her hair extensions half the time, not even fully blended. Like, what the fuck? This movie was so awful. The edit was awful. The script was awful. The wardrobe was awful. The way that they made it seem like Blake was the lying, cheating, abusive one, and then all of a sudden at the end, it's like, oh no, wait, it's Ryle. Like, what? That kind of seems like what's happening in real life. Like, Ryle pretended to be a bad guy in a movie, but she was actually the bad guy in real life, and now she's literally Darroing him and claiming that he's using abuser tactics, Darrowing, when that's literally what she's doing. I don't know. I fucking hate the movie. Hate the movie. Can't stand her. I'm rooting for Justin, but I'm just like, Jesus, I hope he has a chance to make another movie altogether with different actors, different script and everything, because that was so bad. So bad it makes me almost not care at all about watching or reading any more of the case. But I will. Although I have work tomorrow, so we'll see when I get to the next section.